Stay tuned after this program for some exciting retail offers on products seen in the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders country western workout video.
Warning. The scenes that you're about to see may be unbearable for some persons.
3, 2, 1.
Previously on VCR Party Live.
All right, well, let's welcome Steve Young, a longtime writer on both Late Night and The Late Show with David Letterman, responsible for Dave's record collection and Dave's video collection segments, a writer for The Simpsons, and also a collector of, well, I'll let him explain. How to Play the Bones with Percy Danforth. Do you remember this one?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of mileage out of that. Long after video collection was done, just find any use to throw in a clip for that.
What was an example? Can you remember when this would be shown?
Oh, did you watch the Grammy Awards last night? Quite a hot night. Yeah, they had some real big live performances on the stage of the Grammys, and then we'd cut to
Mr. Bones.
My old friend.
Oh, he's like the Eddie Van Halen of Bones, isn't he?
Yeah.
After I've played the Bones, very frequently people come up to me and say, gee, that was swell. And so you have to be able to hang on to the bones. I've had to pick bones out of ladies' laps in the audience. Of course, that's all right. But
oh, you sly
Percy.
dog.
Oh, he's a dirty old...
This is how the video actually ends.
that's all. That's it.
VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer coming on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest clips they found. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello,
Melinda's. Hey, everybody.
Here it is Tuesday night, VCR party time. We're going to watch some VHS tapes. We got over 14,000 of them. I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's Steve. And we got fun stuff. We got a great guest today. We got new tapes today. Can I show you some of mine? I want to show you this one. We already have this one, but I always grab this one.
Target training.
Yeah. Yeah, with there must be a sniper or something after Tony Little.
Well, the sniper took that photo for the cover. Yep.
Right
before he was gut shot.
Yeah. Shot Tony Little. This one. I saw submarines attack America. It's got to be a conspiracy video, right?
Yep. Looks like
Gotta
it.
be.
Yeah. Another crosshairs. We're at 2 in a row.
Yeah. There's a theme. Let's see. Hopefully this one has some
Come on,
crosshairs
3 for
too.
3.
Rodeo bloopers.
No
crosshairs.
Fun drawing,
Dang it.
though. Yeah.
Dang it. It's the But aren't all rodeos just bloopers? Aren't they all bloopers? Isn't every rodeo that ever happens a blooper?
I went to here's a fun story I don't think I've told on VCR Party. At my local convenience store growing up, there was a fishbowl raffle for the local rodeo, and I won. I somehow won tickets, so my dad took me and my friend Pete. We went to the local rodeo, and it was depressing. It's like you see the bulls have all their like testicles tied up to make them buck, and like it was just like I really felt bad for the animals. So I don't think I was cut out for rodeo.
How were the bloopers? How were the bloopers?
Were hysterical. That is undeniable.
I've seen some rodeo bloopers tapes before, not this one, but they usually lean heavily on the rodeo clowns for the bloopers.
Yeah. Well, there's a clown on that cover. I got a couple of rock guitar tapes here. We got How to Play Guitar in the Style of Ozzy's Hitmen. And then here's a bunch of different rock guitar guys. Okay. And then just like the title of Let's Go Powerboating.
Nice.
All
okay.
Right, let's.
That's not Scimitar, is it? It looks like it could be a Scimitar.
No, it's not, but they probably tried to license it. There's a fierce bidding war over this.
Yeah.
And then this one's still in the package. outrageous bachelor and bachelorette parties.
You
Uncensored
always have like one babe
Part one.
video at all times.
I give
Just
people what they want. I give the people, but hey, that was also outrageous bachelorette parties. So hunks and babes together at last.
Yeah, we can do it all. We're a triple threat.
Yep.
Here at VCR Party.
I'm excited about today's guest. So today is the 10-year anniversary of the last Late Show with David Letterman.
10
episode.
years, a decade?
Yeah,
since
it's been a
off
decade.
the air? Good,
It's crazy. And I wanted to bring on one of the most talented guys we know, former writer, longtime writer on both Late Night and Late Show with David Letterman, and a talented filmmaker and songwriter, and
he can do it all.
All-around good guy. Steve Young, everybody.
Hiya, Steve.
Hey, everybody.
Yes.
Hi, Steve.
Yes. We were trying to get Percy Danforth on, but we weren't able to, so we got you.
Yeah, he has not been answering his call.
I don't know what it is.
We leave message after message after message and nothing. Yeah.
The mailbox is full.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
And Steve, I have a very important announcement. We last week we had a vote over what North Carolina's official state jingle would be. You are a great songwriter yourself, and so it was a tie for the first time in history. We had an exact tie on the top two contenders. So I would like to give you the honor of deciding the North Carolina state jingle between the top two. Feels like you should be the one.
Yes, and I feel like whatever I decide will be wrong because there'll be a grassroots surge of rage one way or the other. But yes, let's do it.
That's a lot of pressure. The whole state of North Carolina is in your hands, basically.
It's just a lot of pressure listening to jingles without having to judge them. Like, do I want to buy that product or service? Oh, I don't know.
Well, right. You're always thinking that in your head, but yeah, now you have to be the decider. So stay tuned for that later. But we're going to start off with a classic. This was one from the Letterman show. Steve?
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
I pulled this one because it's a classic. We've shown it many times, but the first time I encountered this was we had a VHS collection at the Late Show, and I think Tom Ruprecht told me about this one, and it was a tape called Carnival in Rio, hosted by young Arnold Schwarzenegger in 1983. And I believe this was shown all the time on the show, right, Steve? This was like a
There were
staple.
certain clips from it that got used. Some might say overused. I don't want to get in the middle
I don't
of that.
think you can overuse that video.
Well, see, you have a healthy attitude toward these things. I no longer am able to have healthy attitude.
Right.
Especially, and I think when he was running for governor the first time and then again the second time, and this, I think this is the beginning of like, oh, he's uncancelable. Like this is, when we learned that there were no skeletons in closets anymore, because he's certainly very handsy. So here's a little minute of Carnival in Rio, 1983.
Schwarzenegger. When I arrived in Rio...
Wait, are you not seeing it? There we go.
Regrettably, I was not seeing it.
Okay, here it is.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. When I arrived in Rio, it took me about 5 minutes to learn the first local custom. I can absolutely understand why Brazil is totally devoted to my favorite body part, the ass.
Then I'm really gonna look like a Brazilian boy, huh? Okay, tight, because I have to make my waist look small. Remember that. Tighter. Really tight, yes. Good. Oh, I tell you, it all feels good.
Look at that Brazilian boy.
Yep.
The longer I was in Rio, the more I wanted to learn a little bit of the Portuguese language. I think in Bali I found a perfect teacher.
Amor.
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 Amor. Love.
Love.
In English, yeah, love. Now, I teach you some English. Okay?
That watermelon looks like a trap.
Oh, yeah. A Venus fruit trap?
Yeah.
Fighting.
Fighting. Good.
People are saying that it's not playing.
It's fighting.
Fighting.
You're not seeing this?
They're not
Next
seeing it. I
one
don't know
is-
what's going on. I see it. How do we?
Put it in again.
I
in
can
the
see it.
fighting, no.
No one asked me, but I could not see it.
Oh, really?
Steve, could you see it? Steve Lawrence?
Steve Lawrence could, yeah. That's why
Okay.
I just went to check the
YouTube, and it wasn't
Yeah.
playing.
No.
Weird. Okay.
No.
Well, we got to hear a creepy Arnold Schwarzenegger at least.
Play it one more time. We get go back to the dangerous watermelon.
Well, maybe I'll. Okay, let me try it.
check the tracking.
Good.
Okay,
Now
now
I
I'm
have to
not.
make my waist look small.
Now I see it.
Can you see it, Steve?
Steve Young cannot see it.
Oh,
Weird.
This could be a long show.
It could
Yes.
be. All right, let's move on.
Or a short show.
I'll figure it out.
Actually,
I'll figure it out. But yeah, sorry, I don't know why it's not playing.
What if I play it?
Oh, I
Let's
removed it.
troubleshoot.
I
No.
removed it from the
Okay.
stage. Sorry.
Well, you always got more Mr. Bones, right? If we
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
Percy's
play
on.
that.
Percy is on standby just in case. Yeah. Well, I can try to bring it in again. Let me see if this does it.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, okay.
When I arrived in
No.
Rio, it took me about 5
Yeah,
minutes
now I
to
can
learn
see
the
it.
first local
Yeah, now I
sound.
can't see it.
looks
I can't
like
either.
I was going to say it looked like he arrived in Rio at night, but now
Now you can see it.
I'm seeing some images fly.
There we
by
go.
here.
Can the people see it? I don't know why it's like
The
black.
Joe
when I-
Blevins.
People.
Let
Wait,
us know.
It sounds like
Fighting.
the, wait, now we
Right.
see it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Amor.
Love.
There we go.
Love.
In English, yeah. Love.
Now,
There's the dangerous watermelon.
I teach you some English. Okay? It's biting.
Fighting.
Generally, when you're teaching English, you start
Yeah.
off with biting.
Yeah.
It's biting.
She doesn't
Fighting.
realize that he's been sent from the
And the next
future
one
to
is-
kill her.
Put it in again. And not biting, no. Like
But
this.
first, give her some vegetables.
Good.
Sure.
Yeah.
why not?
Yep.
Yes.
That's it. That's
There we
Arnold
go.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you. Everybody got to see about 10 seconds of that clip. So yeah.
Uh-huh. We spent a lot of time on that wonderful clip.
And
Me
now we
too,
know
everybody.
that you can get carrots in South America, apparently. So that's education.
It
There
was.
you go.
Yep, we learned a lot about Rio.
Yep.
There's another segment we've been doing, and I feel like you might enjoy this, assuming you can see it, Steve Young, is that because you collect ephemera like industrial musical records and things like that for a specific audience, we found a genre of VHS tape. A lot of them look like this, where it's a screener that was sent to like a preview for video store owners. So it was like we'd try to sell you and entice you with various like giveaway products to order 10 copies of Rumpelstiltskin, for example. So I picked two out that were pretty good. They have some fun merch giveaways. The first one is for a movie that I really enjoy, Death Becomes Her. And Steve Lawrence and I went and saw this on Broadway, the Broadway version. Very enjoyable. Here we go.
Becomes Her. MCA Universal Home Video is
You seeing it?
Yep.
Okay.
planning a special offer
Okay.
you won't be able to refuse. First, a 10-unit order gets you the Death Becomes You pre-pack, which includes merchandise such as an official Death Becomes Her cap, an official MCA Universal Home Video white cap, an oversized white V-neck Death Becomes Her jersey, and an eye-catching 100% cotton see-through t-shirt with a custom design hole on the front and the back, just like Goldie.
Not really a see-through.
Along with this exciting merchandise, valued at over $95, MCA Universal is also offering an exciting floor display, an enticing oversized box, one-sheet posters, and more. Plus, an exciting in-store preview program will alert customers to the MCA Universal box office hits coming on video cassette in the first quarter of 1993, including Raising Cain, Sneakers, and Mr. Baseball.
What is that? A touch of magic.
But now, a warning.
Now a warning?
This movie is so hot and so scary, it may just
live forever! Bottoms up.
Death Becomes Her on video cassette.
Now they mentioned that they had the trailer for this on Mr. Baseball, and luckily we also have a screener for Mr. Baseball. So here's that one.
Directed by acclaimed filmmaker Fred Scapizzi, Mr. Baseball
Who? Acclaimed filmmaker Fred Scapizzi
takes America's favorite pastime.
Baseball's a game. Games are supposed to be fun.
And gives it a whole new twist.
Do the hokey pokey!
And with every 6-unit order you place, you'll receive an official Mr. Baseball uniform jersey, an official
Not
Mr.
bad.
Baseball cap, plus a special limited edition all-time Baseball Greats collector's kit, not available anywhere else. Total estimated value of the pre-pack items is over $75.
Collect them, trade them, show them to your friends.
Yes, your customers will be eating this movie up. And with rentals of Mr. Baseball flying out the door, everyone is going to be very busy. Coming on video cassette this March from MCA Universal Home Video.
I hope you are not disappointed.
Does your father know that we've been doing it?
I feel like there's a whole genre of like gung ho. It was like the Japanese and Americans working together or figuring out the cultural differences. That was like a whole genre in the 80s.
A fish out of water.
Yeah. I do kind of want that Mr. Baseball jersey.
I was
got
going
to
to ask you, Nick, if you had either the Mr. Baseball or the Death Becomes Her shirt. This seems right up your alley.
I know. It's so hard not to collect that. Yeah. No, but I was at a vintage store in Cleveland, and one of the people who owned it was wearing the Death Becomes Her V-neck, and it must have been from that. Must have been from that video store promo.
So I must have ordered a 6-pack.
You can see through. Is that how that one works?
Yeah. You could see right through her stomach. That's how that worked. That shirt.
And the first one, the Death Becomes Her. One of my favorite phrases I've heard in quite a while. Flew by. I don't know if anyone else noticed it, but 3 words. Enticing oversized box.
Yes. How is that enticing to anybody? It's just a
bigger
VHS
my God.
box.
Regular sized boxes are pretty good, but wow.
Yeah,
box
I
is so
need it.
I'm enticed by it. You might
I could put regular sized boxes in that one.
Their use of adjectives in those are always great.
Yeah. Well, Joe has a segment that's been recurring where he highlights funny names.
I got a good one here. This is let me play the graphic first. All right, these are all the funny names that we encounter on VHS tapes. Anything stick out to you, Steve? Like off this is what we have so far.
Okay, I was going to say Phoebe Weeby because, and this is a tribute to the work you guys do. You're doing the Lord's work here. I will occasionally, going about my business, just pause and then say, Phoebe Weeby.
It's just a funny
As you should.
name.
Yes. Well, we talked to somebody who knew Phoebe Weeby, and her second husband's last name was Weeby, and his theory, this is Phoebe Weeby's friend, and all of her friends had a theory that she only married this guy because his last name was Weeby and her name would rhyme. That's the old. She didn't. There was no love. It was completely loveless.
I don't know if that's.
It's a business transaction. I want to get on the local news, and I want to get on VCR Party. There's got to
funny
be a way.
names and the ABCs of VCR Party funny names.
What do we know about Sally Buttcakes? I know we have to move on, but
no. Sally Buttcakes. That's a controversial one because it's probably a fake name. We like to use all real names here.
I would hope so.
It was thanked in a Dirty Dancing how-to video, I believe.
We're not going to take it off until we see Sally Buttcakes' birth certificate. And if it doesn't say Buttcakes, we'll take it off.
She might be from the Philadelphia Buttcakes. It's a fine old family.
All right. So this one, who sent this in? Ben sent this one the other day. It's from a local news station in Charlotte. They were doing a story about pilots and an airport story, and this pilot has a name. I don't even understand. This might be the funniest name we've ever encountered.
Really?
And but it's going to be relegated to honorable mention, unfortunately. You're not going to believe this name. All right, here we go.
Okay.
A red light means stop. A simple lesson most people learn before they hit the road, but it's a simple lesson as well that helps to prevent disasters over at Charlotte Douglas Airport every single day.
It's the 6th busiest airport in the world. Millions of passengers take off and land each year in Charlotte.
Every intersection would pretty much have one that crosses.
Pilot Hickory Ham says all that traffic is a good thing.
And any kind of opportunity to get growth and more flights in here is good for us.
Hickory Ham!
What? Okay.
No way!
I got to say, that's pretty good. At first, I just thought the first lady,
No. Erica Bryant.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
that's a C minus.
No. Hickory Ham.
Okay, Hickory Ham. What do we know about this? Did you Google him?
No, I haven't done anything, but I do want to see his birth certificate.
Yes.
Yeah. But even as a nickname, I think it's a stretch. But I think that's got to be his name, right? Hickory Ham.
They're presenting it straight faced, and
I mean, it's his LinkedIn, Hickory Ham, assistant chief pilot, self-employed.
He's on Facebook as Hickory Ham.
Yep,
and
he's
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's have Hickory Ham on next week on the show. Steve, make some phone calls.
Good for American Airlines, good for the city of Charlotte.
There he is. He's an honorable mention.
Why
That is
can't
a
we
damn
get rid
shame.
of
Happy Trom? You want to get rid of Happy Trom? No.
I feel
we
like
could move
got
Happy Trom to Scorchy Taws, but then where would we put Scorchy Taws?
To me, Hickory Ham.
Doral Silverthorn? No, we can't get rid of Doral Silverthorn.
I do not envy you guys.
I know. This predicament we've put ourselves in is real tough.
There's no way to win.
Yeah, look at the honorable mentions. You got Dak Rambo, you got Bill Huey, you got Scuffy Hedrick, you got Larry Little. I mean,
by the way,
you take
the fans want to bump Happy.
Scorchy Taws gets knocked off. You're going to get a angry letter from the Taws family's legal counsel.
Yeah, we'll never hear the end of it. Yeah,
I know you guys have dealt with ugly lawsuits before, but you don't want.
We don't need another one.
No.
from the Hams.
No,
so
or the Taws.
Yeah, or the Taws. Yeah.
I still feel like Hickory Ham could replace Happy Trom, but that's a discussion for later.
I've heard of Happy Trom. That's a guitar player, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's out there in some circles. I know that one.
Plus, Happy could be a nickname. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll ask the commissioner.
It's hard to be usurped. Like once they're already there, it's hard to say no. That this name's better, but Hickory Ham is better.
Yeah. You gotta embrace change. I think Happy Trom would be the first to agree.
Oh, we don't embrace change well on this show. No.
Still fighting VHS clips. All right. Joe, you're always pitching new corners. What do you got for us?
Oh yeah. Well, first of all, so Steve, whenever I pitch a corner, I play this graphic first. It's hold on, here we go. It's Joe's pitch corner. All right, here we go. Joe's pitch corner. You're out. Okay, now normally this is where I would do the pitch, but so I've done a couple pitch corners this past month, and I didn't play the pitch corner graphic beforehand, and I got 2 angry emails, both from Reese from Australia, who said that I have to play. This is what I'm talking about, Steve, about not embracing change. I was like, maybe I don't have to play this Joe's pitch corner anymore. But I guess I do. So he asked me to play the Joe's Pitch Corner 2 more times to catch up for the last 2 Joe's Pitch Corners. So just
I'll
bear
go out
with
and get
me.
some coffee.
Yeah. Run out, have a cigarette, and we'll be right back. Joe's Pitch Corner. All right, that was for the last one. Joe's Pitch Corner. There, you happy, Reese? You happy?
See, now you guys are prisoners of your fame and popularity.
Well,
this is like when Dave Letterman was tired of the top 10 list at one point. He wanted to retire it. It was just not.
No,
it didn't work.
That's not going to happen. Yeah, and plus Reese from Australia is a patron too. So and we're the Dancing Monkeys. So
just business.
What are we going to do? All right. He's finally happy. There he is. All right.
You got to do your pitch.
Okay, here's the pitch. All right. So maybe a decade ago, we were in Fargo, North Dakota. This editor of a local news station gave us this hard drive with 20 years worth of news bloopers and news, just all the outtakes and everything. And I've been diving into that hard lately. Been finding so many bloopers.
That's where Phoebe Weeby came from.
That's where Phoebe Weeby came from that. Yep. Yes. So I was looking through the footage, and I found this other folder in there of all B-roll. So I'm thinking we got a new corner here, and I wrote a song for it. Tell me what you think about it. Here's the new introduction for This Week in B-roll.
Be my B-roll. Be my B-roll.
So that's and that was I was using B-roll there.
Fantastic.
For the,
yes.
Okay.
And with child singers, you don't have to pay them very much. So
No, they work cheap.
Yeah.
They work cheap.
Definitely
but
wasn't Joe sped up. Those were
no, it was not me pitching.
Joe
up
as
my
a child. Okay.
I've been sitting on that one for a while. All right, so this is I found one folder full of their B-roll, and I just love B-roll. B-roll is the supplemental footage they put over a news story to add context and just for filler a lot of the times. And so this particular B-roll, I'm just going to play it in its entirety. This was in the folder of that hard drive. Here we go.
A cat ignoring turkeys.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Yeah, that's right. They don't care at all.
And I'm wondering what they would possibly use this B-roll for. What would this news story have to be about?
Are cats too aloof? Our exclusive report.
All right, we'll let it play out here.
Dramatic entrance.
Yeah, got some action there.
Yep. Must have had an inch. There it is. That's the new corner.
Wow. That's mostly for smokers, right? Smoking on the rise amongst
So there it is. What do you think? Is that does that have legs this week in B-roll?
It has legs and wings.
and fur.
Right.
Has everything you could want. Yeah, I like that. I love that. One thing I've loved about that show, How To with John Wilson, they have some of the best, craziest B-roll I've ever seen in my life. They must spend 1 million hours taping around New York City in order to get 45 seconds of jaw-dropping. Can that have actually happened? Yeah, but
he's
I
the
love
master of B-roll.
Yeah, he just has his camera all the time, this little camera going, and
Is it him or is he? I would think you'd have to have like a team of 40 people in order to
For the HBO
sift
show
through
he
to-
did. We had him on before he had the HBO show, and he was showing us some of his earlier stuff. If you go to johnsmovies.com, you can see all of his early stuff. And that's back when he would just walk around with a camera and just record everything.
And then he trained like 10 other people to do that for the show. But yeah, still, like, how do you catalog that? It's remarkable.
Just
Steve,
needles and haystacks. For
I
sure,
know
yeah.
that we've done some touring with you, and you've been on the road with films, but also your live show, The Weird and Wonderful World of Industrial Musicals, which is very entertaining. And we're on the road again next weekend. We're going to Asheville, Knoxville. Oh, we're playing Chop and Steal at Knoxville too with a Q&A.
Yep. Oh, good.
And then Raleigh and Charlotte, and then Joe, you've got your
Oh,
show.
you can drop in on Hickory Ham.
Oh, we can. We'll be in Charlotte.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Let's have a sit-down
Makes balls.
in-person meeting with Hickory Ham.
Mr. Ham says the meeting is over.
Oh no! What have we done to offend Hickory Ham? Where are you appearing? Are you appearing anywhere soon?
The next thing I'm doing is early June. I'm doing a couple segments in a show called Kevin Geeks Out over in
yeah,
Brooklyn.
we know Kevin. Mara,
Yeah, exactly. And so I've gotten to know him and various friends in common, and he's having me do one of his shows. I'm going to do, I think, 2 presentations, one about the thrillingly dismal world of promotional playing cards from small businesses, and which is another one of my many collecting interests, and also a segment called Jingle Part of the Way, which is my library of LP records containing fragments of jingles for production companies to put together local commercials. So you just get like a record with like 47 brief bits on it, like do 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 donuts. And that's
I gotta hear this.
Yeah,
we're
that sounds
big
like
jingle
gold.
fans over here. We're huge
course.
jingle. Yeah, we're big jinglers.
Oh, that sounds great. All right, I got to see that. That's in Brooklyn or here in City? Okay.
I think it's one of the Nighthawks.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a great show. I'll have to go check that out. We one more thing, and then we'll get to the meat of the segment. We'll play some of Steve's videos that he brought. We do a segment called This Week in Flying Windows. Steve, play the intro. the trope of windows flying by to
Right.
alert you what's
Oh,
coming up.
okay. You have to
And-
play that one 3 times for the
No,
Australian.
no.
And
Well,
I'm trying-
ask Reese. I don't
I'm being
I
told
shouldn't
no.
give him ideas. I should
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
quiet.
exactly. No, this this is a trope we find on a lot of videos, and we actually have an official counter of how many flying windows we've played over the years on this show. It's like in the 10,000s. Like that's how common this this trope was. This one was from our window counter. Wayne pointed out that there's one in the Psychic Friends Network commercial from 1992. So let's take a look at those windows fly.
Welcome to the new edition of Psychic Friends Network with host Dionne Warwick.
Most importantly, we give you, the viewer, a chance to call a professional psychic for a personal and confidential consultation.
We'll meet America's favorite psychic, Linda Georgian.
That's a flipping
Country
window,
music
not
star Lynn
flying yet.
Anderson psychic reading.
Not sure if I want to put my romance stuff on television.
You'll meet some of your favorite soap stars
Here
who
we go,
call
there we
Psychic
go.
Friends Network.
Now, those
And hear
are flying
predictions from
windows.
America's leading psychics and clairvoyants.
Clapping.
I love what I do because what I do is I help to give people hope, show them that there is a choice.
The last time that we talked with you,
Two
we
L's
were
on the
just
pole.
getting together. Really, we had just met. You know, we were just starting to date and everything. And when I spoke to my psychic, she was saying that you guys, I see longevity for you. I see you guys being together, and here we are. It's a year later.
Wow, 1 year. They made it. They made it, folks. I did
Because
look
of
them
the
up. They were engaged in 1995 and broke it off the same year. So I don't know how accurate that psychic was.
Oh.
But yeah, sorry.
But flying windows, was that something that was red hot and had never been seen before, like prior to 1983? And then it was like immediately overused, and now it's just a marker of a certain time in history.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
about right. Yep,
Yeah.
that's about 83 is about right too.
Whoa.
That's about when we started seeing them. We never really saw them in the 70s. You don't really see any 1970s.
Yeah,
films.
maybe in like Wide World of Sports or something like that. But in 80s is when it
I
took
don't
off.
think they had the technology, but yeah, and now they don't. I don't think they do them at all. I think the last time they did them was CD-ROMs. I think it's the latest one we have. So
It's pretty rare. It does look dated.
yeah.
So yeah, we got some Dave Letterman related clips and non-Dave Letterman related clips to show in this week's Raviolis, we call it.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Steve, I think our show's really evolved since the last time you were on. When you were on like episode 35, and now we look at all these graphics we have now.
Right.
Like, we're big budget.
I saw from the clip of when we were talking about Mr. Bones. That's definitely, I don't know, like what, 2017, 18?
Yeah.
Because I did not have a beard yet.
Right.
That's only in the last 5 years. But yes, there's been more clip package intros than I've ever remembered seeing before.
We've come a long way.
A+ level production value.
We still play a Schwarzenegger clip that's just black screen for a while. Those technical difficulties are still there. Don't worry about that. It's the same old VCR party. But when I mentioned that we were going to do this like 10-year anniversary of the last Dave show, you said, "Oh, there's a skit that never aired, like a bit called Bun Meet Bun." Tell us about this.
I don't think it was even called that. That's what I call the file in my computer. Based on how I look and the fact that I think I hear director Hal Gurney's voice at the very end saying, "Let's play that back." It's got to be early to mid 90s because he left the show in 95. I don't remember what this was. It was probably a pre-tape for a viewer mail letter.
Right.
And it seems to have something to do with Hamburger University, but Dave Letterman's not in it. I honestly cannot reconstruct any memory of why it exists, but someone at the show at some point, maybe Shecky, I don't know, had it or found it on a tape. There was a fair amount of dumpster diving when the show ended and all the stuff was out in those dumpsters on the sidewalk. And it's possible that it came out of there. I know amazing stuff was found out of those dumpsters. But yeah, for a few years, I've had this clip and I don't, it's all the more alluring because all of its context has been stripped away by time.
We're just seeing the payoff. Dave would have set this up at the desk, and then this is what...
You guys ever heard of Hamburger University? Oh, they're doing top-level stuff there. Take a look.
Okay, it's Bun Meet Bun. Now, here's a trick to help you remember. It's Betty married Billy, BMB, bun, meat, bun. Okay, everyone?
Bun, meat, bun.
Again.
Bun, meat,
Okay, what's that?
Meat.
Okay, that?
Bun.
Okay, that?
Meat. Bun. Bun. Meat. Bun. Meat. Bun. Meat. Bun.
Okay, very good.
I love the tedium bits.
So then that would have come
Oh,
back.
the tedium bits were my favorite. Yeah.
Why didn't this air? I wonder.
can't imagine. No. You can
I
see how
didn't get
flimsy the set was, too. Like 2 walls up on the upper balcony, probably, that were erected for that.
I'm now squinting, if you'll allow me to squint. I
Yes,
think
of
I see
course.
Daniel Kellison.
Yep,
I think
there's
I see
Daniel.
Jay Johnson.
I think Walter might be in there, yeah.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Are there any other people that we don't know?
Yes.
in there?
Maybe Kathy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
All right.
so many people, yeah.
Oh, there's Sally Buttcakes.
Oh, yeah, we saw her there, yeah.
That is her name.
Oh, it's Don Giller. He's a very, he's like a Letterman archivist there.
Aha.
There's
The
Don.
information is flowing in.
Yes. No, yeah, and by the way, Shecky passed away, I think it was last year? Man, he was the day
Or maybe
Letterman
even 2 years
2
ago
years
now,
ago.
because a year ago was Jerry Foley, and people were saying,
Yeah.
wow, we've had 2 bad years in a row
Yeah.
in March. So I
Well,
think it was March of 23.
Okay, and the Shecky was like the Letterman footage researcher. So a lot of, anytime you needed a weird clip on the show, you'd call Shecky, and
I love his
and-
name. I mean,
yeah.
great
Amazing
name.
archive.
Yeah.
The film coordinator, and he was very helpful to me. He had things in his dusty shelves in his back room that I've gotten a lot of mileage out of in the industrial musical genre, and he very generously just said, you can use those in your show.
I remember a stock footage clip that they would play a lot. Was it like a monkey?
Washing a cat.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It was monkey related.
I'm having Nam flashbacks.
I know, yeah. You're back at work, yeah. I remember there was one time where Tobey Maguire was on for the first Spider-Man, and I had an idea of like we'll throw to a clip and talk about the special effects, but then we'll throw to like an old giant spider clip. So I asked from like an old 40s movie or something, and I asked Shecky, I'm like, do you have any clip of like a giant spider attacking somebody? He goes, how big do you want the spider to be? And like that's the kind of mind he had.
Yeah.
And he knew there's no written archive of this. It was just he knew her on the shelf, and an hour later I had like 3 choices of spider sizes, and then we
Reel 59, about 32 minutes in.
exactly. And then that aired, and like Tobey Maguire was surprised. So like he was like the glue that made all those segments. I got to like our friend Randy was like going through his stuff, and we got to go to his basement and like grab all his like footage that we thought might be interesting. So we now have a lot of those Shecky VHS tapes in the archive. So those they went to a good home.
Yes, absolutely. I love to see stuff go to the right home.
Steve, I want to play for you. So we got so when Letterman retired, we got all you generously gave us all the tapes. You called up Nick and he loaded up a van and we got all of them. We got all the VHS and we'd explored that for a long time. And you gave us local commercials and stuff like that.
Yeah, local commercials. Boy, did I love that stuff.
Oh,
That was a great,
so good.
yeah.
But you gave us all these D2 tapes, the Sony format D2. There were like 9 of them there. And that's an extremely rare deck. Nobody has it. Nick found somebody who had it. We transferred it recently. And I've been showing it on the show, just a couple tapes. I haven't even touched the surface. There's so much stuff here. And I'm going to show you my favorite parts from one tape, one of the 9 tapes. That's just like how it was so hard to put this together.
Do you think I'll remember this? I don't even
That's
know
what I'm hoping.
this is. Oh,
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. And again, everything's out of context. But
and if I don't, at least Don Giller will. So
Exactly. He's in the chat. So yeah.
All right. So here it is. Here's the first D2 tape. All right. So just no context.
Okay.
This is just the best way for us to get videos. It's just here are the funny parts ready to go in very high quality, high definition video. Here we go.
It's like bun meat ham.
Cruising with the one you love, and they wanna mess around. Start proving your love for them. Say now is not the time for getting down. Buckle up, buckle, baby. Leave
keep it
Kasem?
alone.
Wait till you get
home.
If you don't buckle up, just a fender bender. Don't you know it could be a life ender? Buckle up, buckle.
Yeah, wasn't expected to see Casey Kasem or Abe Vigoda.
Abe Vigoda wandering around suburban Southern California, scolding horny people. It's just, come on, Abe.
And I was like, is this a safe sex video? Like, I didn't know, but it was like for buckling your seatbelt, I guess. Yeah.
Once you're buckled in, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Exactly.
Does this image at all ring a bell for you so far?
No.
Okay.
But I'm ready to keep learning.
Here we go.
Of course. So tuck the buttocks forward, squeeze tight, and go down in a slight knee bend. Now back up again, and up, and down, and up, and down. Keep squeezing.
I seem to have blocked that one out.
It really spoke to me when I saw it. I was like, I'm going to include this in the in the
keep
clips.
squeezing.
Yep. All right. Here's another one.
This stick's got a lot of traditional names like devil stick, flower stick, rhythm stick too. What counts are the dozens of juggling games. It's not what you call it, it's not what you call it, it's not what you call it, it's what you can do.
Wow.
Always a sucker for a good rap.
Devil
Especially
Sticks instructional tape, maybe?
A Devil Sticks rap. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like the same vibe as one of those KFC or McDonald's training video rap songs.
I think it's the same writer of all those raps. It's the same. Yeah.
It was a ringer.
Okay, what do we got today? Jack in the Box, Grease Trap rap, and then I got the fun stick, and then I got something about bug zappers. Yeah, all right, I'll get it.
All right, you rolling?
Body slam, body slam.
Now, I like the rap here. There's a rap coming up here about how to do this dance.
Kick your leg on up and duck your head. If you don't keep tight, then you'll be dead. Be careful.
Careful. Never try that.
Yeah, I'm sure Careful did not really pass muster with the legal department. They were sued out of existence.
Exactly.
We have 19 paralyzed people here. Do you think Careful really was going to be adequate? No.
I don't know. I got a wedding coming up. I might try it out for the first time.
Get on the dance floor there.
Yeah, sure. As long as you're careful. Yeah, what could go wrong?
Try the body slam for the first time, guys. Everybody gather around.
Just keep squeezing. That's all.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Where the wind is.
Oh, I like this one because he has. I think he has like a piece of popcorn stuck in his throat or something. Listen.
Straight directly from your back. Very tough situation because you have to pull those birds a long ways in. So spread those decoys out where you give yourself a pocket right in the middle. Maybe even put 2 or 3 birds right here for them to settle into. Move your blind over here on another bank, maybe, if you possibly can, and put your decoys out. I'm sorry, upwind again.
You're sorry? That's not going to cut it.
Why don't we just do another take? I don't know.
I got to get out in the birds. So we don't have time to do it.
But that particular kind of throat clearing, that is like a popcorn kernel stuck in your throat kind of clearing, where you're kind of like trying to force it out with the air. That's that was
we've all been there.
You are a preeminent studier of throat clearings. We know that about Joe. So.
Well, we kick off our Volume 11 show with all throat clearings. So
that's not a joke. That's actually how.
God bless you.
Kick off the show.
All right, we got a couple more on this particular tape. Here we go.
What can I help you?
Oh, this one. This one is so. I want this full tape.
We got it somewhere.
Does this ring a bell at all, Steve?
Possibly. I remember something about a meat purveyor.
Okay. Listen closely. Let's observe silence. I want you to hear all this dialogue here.
You folks with today? We're looking for something, inexpensive, but a little bit elegant too.
Something that looks and tastes great, but isn't too difficult.
Company coming? We're having a party, yeah.
Maybe a finger food.
Yeah.
We've got a beef flank steak. It's lean, it's quick and easy to cook, and it tastes fantastic.
Beef? I don't know. We've heard things about beef.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I mean, that's something you don't
remember
forget
that
about.
guy. And that
was
nodding, and then
that was actually Danny McBride before he. Yeah,
it looked like Canadian beef, and those were the two of the most Canadian people I've ever seen. That man and his wife.
I don't know, but was it a mad cow fear that they were alluding to delicately?
I don't know. That's all that was on the clip.
Okay.
Yeah. So we must have
that should have been hosted by Hickory Ham.
Yeah. And if we can confirm that Hickory Ham is real, we should be able to figure out that. We have heard things about beef. We should be able to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, we're through the looking glass on this one.
All right, I have more, but we'll let somebody else show ravioli.
All right, here's another one that somebody sent us recently. Sarah T found a bag of VHS tapes on the curb, and in amongst them was what she thinks is a local band that wrote a song about trying to get on David Letterman on late night. And the surprising thing, it sounds a little like early Weird Al, but the song's actually, the beat's pretty good. They're not great with the video part, but, well, here it is. A little bit of video found on a curb. Thou shalt watch, Dave.
It's 5 till 9. I draw my blinds. I got Dave on my mind. My thoughts don't click. I got no trick. My dog just died trying to catch a break. My favorite mailman is Larry Bud. And even Brian Gumble knows that Dave's the stud. I wanna be on David Letterman.
I don't get the white eyebrows.
I wanna be on David Letterman.
That's more Andy Rooney.
Yeah.
I wanna take a shower like Terry Garr and do a song to Bernard and pretend I'm a star. Gonna shave, gonna rave, gonna misbehave, gonna. How about it, Dave? I wanna be on David Letterman. I wanna be on David Letterman. I wanna be on David Letterman.
I don't get this last part.
I wanna be on David Letterman. David Letterman. I wanna be on David Letterman. On David Letterman.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they were ever on, though.
That mid-90s craze of having styrofoam packing peanuts as eyebrows, that didn't really last that long.
No. I didn't get the eyebrow. Even like that late shift movie, the Dave makeup was just terrible. They just couldn't quite get it right.
Steve, when people would submit stuff like that, I mean, it was instantly a no, right? I mean, like, you guys would get that. And, right?
Something like that wouldn't have come through the writers department.
Right.
I did hear occasionally like wannabe writers who tried to stand out by sending a suitcase full of dryer lint. Oh, look, I'm wacky. And
oh boy.
And you appreciate the spirit of it, but it doesn't really show that you can elevate the material on the show. You may appreciate the show, but you may not be able to widen the aperture in a meaningful way. But yeah, I'm sure there were lots of videos coming through the talent booking department of hopeful bands and comedians and novelty acts. And eventually we started using some of those novelty acts in that segment, Is This Anything? People who never would have gotten on the show otherwise, but that was the perfect way to use something that wasn't really right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything, yeah.
What was your suitcase full of when you got hired? What did you...
Oh, it was so conceptual. I had a suitcase of luggage. Clothing, toiletries, and all. I didn't even send it to the show. I just kept it to myself. Very high level.
Well, and the other thing, taking a break from Dave for a minute, you love old media as much as we do, and there's this is kind of in the industrial musical, I guess. Department. It's for an RCA product that predated the VCR.
Yeah, this actually came to my attention. I was doing a show in Cleveland, and a guy I met out in Ohio said, "Oh, I found this weird thing in an obscure corner of the internet. It's this introduction extravaganza from 1981 for the RCA Selectivision, which certain enthusiasts will remember as a wildly expensive and cumbersome home entertainment system. It had discs, but it was not laser discs. Somehow there was a stylus and a turntable, and it had video and sound coming out of it. But RCA spent 17 years developing this thing, and it immediately was an enormous flop and lost them like $600 million and crippled the company. And but as is the case with all these corporate conventions, there's a adorable, doomed feeling of optimism in the air at the outset. They are so sure that they've got a hit on their hands. And I've shown this clip a few times. It does have a Letterman connection. The announcer at the very beginning will be familiar to anyone who remembers the earlier days of Letterman. And it was shot in 30 Rock, I believe, in Studio 8H on a day or a week when SNL wasn't there. But yes, the 1981 RCA Selectivision introduction, it was smashed to smithereens in the marketplace by VHS, which was orders of magnitude cheaper. You could fast forward, you could rewind, you could pause. You didn't need to spend $500, or maybe you did, but it was
skip,
mismatch.
Perhaps. Yeah. But they went all out. They even recreated a giant Selectivision. So here's the big special.
RCA presents The Year with Our Name on It.
I'm Tom Brokaw, NBC News, and tonight we are going to be part of an historic event in the home entertainment industry. The introduction of RCA's video disc player.
We guarantee a year you won't believe. When we review what we got up our sleeve. The time is right at hand to do our sleight of hand, and we're gonna make magic. The competition will be sawed in two when they see what our magic box can do. It's gonna do the
See, it was just too big.
Yeah,
It's cumbersome.
Gonna make magic. They want a system that a child can play now to grant their wish that great magician.
It was actually that good.
RCA now.
Costume change.
With our name on it, our name on it, our name. You're gonna see this year will be ours. That's why the game's all here to help. Ring it in, ring, ding it in this year. Our year. It's gonna be a year when all records break. The year we make magic. The year we Houdini make our genie appear. Make way for RCA, there's no stopping us, no topping us this year. Our year, our name on it.
Catchy song. Yeah, bravo.
Yeah, I'm in deep enough that I know I can hear that song and say, oh, I know which production company made that because they reused one of those songs, or that song had, with different lyrics, already been used in a Coca-Cola convention.
You're probably like one of 3 people in the world who noticed that. But
3 is optimistic.
Yeah.
Our family rented those things. After I saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, we rented those. And I remember we rented Superman 3, and we watched it on that. And you had to have multiples. So you'd pop it in, it'd come to the end, and I think either you flipped it over or you had to put a new one in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was huge. It was like
I saw a crate of the discs at a flea market recently, and I thought, that's going to be hard to match up with the proper enthusiast who needs Tootsie on RCA Selectivision.
That 1981.
I've seen them too. They're just trying to get rid of them. They're like priced as it's like a quarter. All right, you want to see some more D2s?
I'm enjoying them.
All right,
you had me at D2.
Wait, Joe, did you play the intro for this? Because otherwise, we're gonna get letters.
Oh, and you know what? Like, and Reese also is the one who put together that intro. Hold on.
Tell you
Yes,
what, find
you're
it
right.
later. We'll just
no,
do it before
Nick. We need to find it too.
All right.
We need to find
I
it
just
now.
don't want to make people angrier.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking it up right now.
You know, the segment is only as good as its intro.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Oh my God. Okay. That was horrifying in the best possible way.
Okay, good. We've done our job.
There we go. And
glad we played it.
At ease, Reese. At ease.
Okay.
All right. Here's the second round. This is still from the same tape of D2. This is how good it is. Oh, this is great. Listen to this closely. I don't know what this is. Do you know what it is, Steve?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Just listen closely.
I lost the weight. And my son was away at college at the time. And he came home from college. And the first time he saw me, I was walking down the stairs in a lovely new dress that I had just bought. And he looked up at me, and he got tears in his eyes. But he stood tall, and he said, "Now, Mom, now I want all the boys to think you're my girlfriend."
What? What was that? What was the context?
She lost a lot of weight, and now he wants
lost the weight.
He wants all of his friends to think that his mom is his girlfriend.
So that's
okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. I faintly feel like I remember this.
Did it make it to air? Did that one make it to air? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay.
We'll wait for Dawn to weigh in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Continuing on. This one's great. This is a haircutting video. on the. Do you remember this?
Nope.
Okay,
but
watch
haircutting video already looks good.
Say no more.
Very, very homemade. Watch top right. Keep your eye on the top.
What you'll be
right.
doing is a military haircut. A lot of military personnel get these types of haircuts. And what you want to do is just spray the hair down,
right,
like so. Take the board bristle brush.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Boy, I would
back.
never have recalled that for the rest of my days on this planet if
It's
you had
almost-
not queued that up.
It's almost like the Bigfoot video, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
just kinda-
like some low rent version of The Sixth Sense. There's some supernatural presence wandering through the house.
Kind of dressed like one of the
Undead.
McGuire twins, those guys on the motorcycle from the Guinness Book, you know, like it
Oh,
kinda
right.
reminds me of that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, looks like he needs a trim on just on the sides.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this is another just pure gold.
Take the board bristle brush.
My name is Natalie. Hello, what's your name? My name is Becky. My name is Natalie. Nice to meet you, Natalie. Nice to meet you too, Becky. Hello, my name is Joe. What's your name? My name is Natalie. Are you in high school? No, I'm not. I'm in junior high.
The guy doesn't take off the mask.
I think the person on the right is providing the music.
Oh,
there.
that's diegetic music. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I just wish that the young woman in the blue shirt had thought to mention what her name was.
Yeah, I know.
I'll never remember it.
Forgot it already. I want this video. Like if this 15
somewhere on
seconds
our
is
shelf.
this good,
Yeah.
I know, but we just don't know what it is.
How to
So-
make small talk when wearing a hideous mask.
yeah.
Right.
Maybe somebody will recognize it now. You'll get a
I hope
clue.
so.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, here we go. Next one. Oh, listen closely.
Here's a nice one that shows some pretty colors, just a nice round compact arrangement, something very appropriate for an end table or a very small coffee table. I love this bouquet.
Steve, I can see you watching that board and then just being like, huh? You know,
I
like-
remember watching loads of videotapes, and sometimes you just hit fast forward for a while and stop and hope randomly you'd find something. That has the feeling of somebody's lucky score
Yeah.
an hour or two of some dismal tape.
Yep. Yep.
All right, here's the last one. I think this is like an IRS accounting video, and you guys did the edit on this one, and it's exactly how we would edit this too. So wonderful edit here.
Free publication from IRS. Publication 504, tax information for divorced or separated individuals.
Thank you, Marge. Sounds like a good book.
And avoid a delay.
Thank you, Marge.
Or there's an order blank in your tax package.
Thank you, Marge.
Call the IRS and we'll help you.
Thank you, Marge.
During any 5 months of 1986.
Thank you, Marge.
Charitable organizations such as that.
Thank you, Marge.
They're not excludable.
Thank you, Marge.
The sooner you'll receive your refund if you're entitled to one.
Thank you, Marge.
There we go.
Thank you, Marge.
That killer little pause right before the last one. You thought he's going to mix it up with some crazy letter. No, he's not.
Just waited a second.
It seemed like he almost forgot to thank her.
Yeah.
But then that's the last second he remembered to thank
Marge.
Marge.
Are you happy now, Marge?
It was the suspense of it. Yeah.
Well, Marge did have a lot of good information there. I think we can all.
She did. It was edited out, but and the other one I wanted to show you was, now you started on the show in 1990. Is that right?
That's correct.
Steve? So this would have been from 1987, but Chris Elliott would still come on and do bits and stuff. I mean, well into the 90s and early 2000s. So I assume you had some interactions with Chris at the show.
A little bit. By the time I was there, he was kind of out the door and would occasionally come back, but he wasn't really hanging out on the writer's floor very much.
But I remember in Barbara Gaines' office, there's a big photo of Chris in a tuxedo, or a big blown up painting.
Oh
of that.
yeah, it was some poster for some fake show or movie called Television Miracle.
Yes, so
glittering lights, and he's got a cigar and
it was like an old, almost like an Al Hirschfeld thing or something. But I remember seeing he did a Cinemax special. He was so popular on late night that he got a Cinemax 1 hour special that a lot of the people from the show were involved with. And one of the segments was FDR, a one-man show, and where he immediately broke character after saying he wouldn't. And then the other one was Action Family, which mixed a sitcom with an action movie, which is, I think, ahead of its time for a conceptual, almost like an Adult Swim kind of thing.
Right.
We played a clip when Casper Kelly was on, who did Too Many Cooks, and he loved it and hadn't heard of it. Have you seen this, Steve?
Yes, not in a while, but I will say I do remember watching this a long time ago. And the thing I think I admired most about it was the FDR one-man show. So he's in a wheelchair and he's talking about this and that. And about 2/3 of the way through the presentation, he just casually gets out of the wheelchair and starts walking around as if it's the most natural thing in the world.
Never acknowledged. Yeah.
All right, good job. I like it.
There's a part in it. We have it on VHS. They eventually released it in 1991, I think, on VHS. We have that, and there's a clip that I forgot. Dave actually makes a cameo like he did in Cabin Boy. So here's Dave's cameo in Action Family.
Yes, you're the action. You know what to do in a tight spot. Action. You laugh in the face of destruction. Action
family. Hey, jerk. Oh, God, this is embarrassing. What are you doing, buddy? Well, this is my Cinemax comedy experiment, Dave. Yeah. And it's just you? Yeah, I'm the star. Yeah. Wasn't that your dad I saw back there? Yeah, it was. He's doing a little cameo in it. Yeah, which one is he, Bob or Ray? I can never keep those two guys straight. I can't either. I think it's Bob, Dave. Yeah. I should kind of keep moving here to keep things going. So you're the star of this thing? Yeah, I'm the star. It's my special. Yeah, well, they'll put anything on cable.
That was it.
That's pretty good. And a subtle detail there that I don't know if I'd ever noticed before. I must have seen it, but he's driving some sort of oldish, very large station wagon, which is probably not in Mr. Letterman's actual fleet of cars.
Yeah. He's a car guy. He's got some crappy station wagon.
Yeah, it's quite large.
Yeah. Anyway, it's well worth revisiting. I don't know if it's online anywhere, but
Is that the
it's
one
very
with
funny.
the high school play or musical interrupted by the New York Knicks and Marv Albert? Am I remembering this
I
correctly?
think Marv Albert interrupts the FDR.
Oh, okay,
musical
maybe
'cause
that. Yeah,
he's on a high school. He's on an high school auditorium doing that, and then Marv
Okay.
Albert starts announcing it.
We should have just had Don on the show.
Yeah,
Like,
Don is like, he is a specialist. In fact, I asked him for a clip of. There's one clip I've never been able to find of a bit that I was in, but I have vague information about it. I'm just holding a pumpkin that says "Die Dave" on it.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the context. I think it was like an Around the Horn thing for Halloween, but
That
I don't
sounds
know.
right.
Yeah, I don't know anything more about it, so I'd like to see what the actual bit was, but couldn't find it today. Maybe eventually.
All right, let's get out of raviolis. Let's
Wait! I got one more thing.
Okay.
Steve, this is a short film you posted just today on your YouTube channel, and it's an original song you wrote with a premise. Joe, I think you're gonna like this too. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think I know what you're referring to. This is, you could call it a music video, you could call it an experimental film. It definitely has a Letterman-esque feeling to it in some ways. I can definitely imagine this have been a running experiment all night during a show. But yes, this is a instrumental tune I recorded, and I thought, what can I do with this? And I had the idea for this video, which I shot and edited myself. So yes, I just put it out today on my YouTube channel, and you guys are kind of having the world premiere.
How about
All
this?
right.
Symphony of Stuck.
Whoa.
Yeah. Batteries and a nerve cord. That is amazing.
He escaped.
You got out.
Oh man, I could watch that all day long.
Yeah, that was
Great
a shorter
song,
version.
too.
That was a great
Thank
song.
you. I
cut
think
it down.
I noticed because there's the amazing moment. You'll have to go to the YouTube version to see this. I tried the cucumber and the roll of toilet paper a couple different ways, and there's a wildly exciting moment.
Oh, I bet I know what happens.
The
I
link
bet I
in
know.
the description of the video will take you to Steve's YouTube page, which
What's
you should subscribe to. But
What's the video called?
I call that piece of music Roll-O-Matic, but I think the title is just Symphony of Stuck, random items on a escalator music video. I'm trying to learn how to suck up to the algorithms, make it descriptive. And because if I just put Roll-O-Matic on there, that wouldn't get noticed by any algorithm or search engine. So
if you figure that out, let us know too.
All right.
We've been going at this for a long time without figuring it out. So
that was fantastic.
That was a great way to end. Show us your raviolis. Steve, play the outro.
What are we?
Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis. Shows your raviolis.
Let's get into some nice things. I got a nice thing I want to show.
Sure.
Okay. It just disappeared.
Sorry.
Disappeared.
Sorry.
While you look for that, can you tell me what raviolis actually were in the original context of that video?
Oh, that guy,
Richie Triolo was a comedian who appeared on the local public access show Stairway to Stardom in the 80s. and he was an Italian man, and he said, "Are there any Italians in the audience? Show me your raviolis. Show me your raviolis." And then
So then we just started saying whenever we were going to show our new videos, all right, like show me your raviolis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once you explain it, it's so obvious.
So it's right under your nose the whole time.
Yeah. All right, my nice thing. So I played this. This also came from that hard drive from Fargo. This was a local commercial for Comfort King mattresses, and we played this. And well, let me just play the commercial just as a reminder. For Comfort King.
A little bit firmer and it would be perfect.
How's that?
Absolutely perfect.
Well, what about the price?
See, they're not even scared. Shouldn't they be scared right now? They're just
This
acting
happens. This happens all the time in Fargo. You just get used to it.
Right.
At Comfort King, we offer 20 different price points to fit every budget.
This is perfect. We'll take it.
Come to Comfort King and eliminate the middleman.
Oh, what happened? He killed somebody?
He just murdered somebody.
Some hardworking American mattress middleman who's just trying to keep food on the table for his family dead. Look at that.
Yeah, for his middle wife and middle children, and he couldn't.
I'm sure that middleman was annoying, but he didn't deserve to die. So after I played that, my buddy Nate reached out and he said, is Comfort King, is he a slave owner or is he a pimp? Because he was kind of like a pimp. He was going around the showroom. Oh, you want softer? You want that? Oh, I can negotiate price here. But then he's also selling other mattresses, which I guess would also be sentient, right? Because he is. So anyway, there's some mystery behind what Comfort King's motives are.
If it doesn't have eyes, if it can't talk, I sell it.
Exactly.
He's shrewd.
Exactly. So I think he's Caligula-like. Yeah. I think he's like a
hedonist.
Yeah. And I put together this little montage of Comfort King's most diabolical moments.
It's called eliminating the middleman.
So I have a theory. I think when he's saying eliminate the middleman, I think he's talking about humans and all of humanity. I don't think he's just talking about the actual middleman for the mattress salesman. I think he's using the owner of Comfort King in Fargo to get closer to humans, to kill more humans. Eventually, he's going to turn on him.
Right.
And
this is a sort of bedding store version of the Terminator, where the mattresses have become self-aware and now realize that humanity is the threat.
You're getting it. Yes, that's 100%.
This is your movie pitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I asked Melinda's to draw some Comfort King art where he's, Caligula-like, where he's like surrounded by, throw pillows and eating grapes. And let's see who made this first one. Jessica at Hotmail. Jessica at Hotmail made this one. This is a Comfort King with his concubines. With his concubine right there. I thought that was a good one.
Yep.
I don't know what that symbol on the right is, though. Do you see that? Is that a doorknob or something?
Looks
or
like a porthole.
Yeah, looking out into a city, perhaps.
Okay.
I thought it was a safe.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Safe with money in it.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what it is. Let's see. Brian, the master of shitty 3D art, he made one of Comfort King.
That's a fan submitted.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
And look at that's throw pillows feeding him grapes.
They're his servants. Yeah.
And Nick, do you have Eileen's?
It's in the trunk of my car, but it's a huge poster of Comfort King surrounded by.
Bring it on the show next week.
I'll show it next
worked
week.
hard on that.
Yeah,
and,
it was a great collage that Eileen.
Eileen went really dark with that one too.
Yeah. I'll hold it up.
I was most disturbed and intrigued when Comfort King was walking and his lower body does not have separated legs, but he can sort of nudge forward.
Right.
I would like to cut him open and see how that works.
Oh,
Where are the bones?
Maybe
Right.
maybe somebody can
Or it might be just cartilage, like a shark.
right, like a shark. Or
I think it's bones. I think it's bones. Yeah, and I'm asking Melendez to draw that.
Maybe an X-ray of the Comfort King.
Yeah, an X-ray of Comfort
No,
King.
I want a surgery, a full-on surgery.
A dissection.
Yeah.
Like the alien autopsy video.
Yes, exactly. That's what we've also showed.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
Bet
come
you
to
have.
this. It's
Okay.
North Carolina State Jingles. Let me show the results. We showed a bunch here. They were all good. But it came down to two clear favorites. And so here's the poll we had on Patreon. I closed at 5 o'clock today. I thought one might take it over, but we got Glamorama, which is like one from the 50s. And that was for dealers, I guess franchise owners of a local car wash in Raleigh, and then WBTV tied at 32%. So
these are real.
They're real jingles.
Okay.
Yep.
For different businesses or for North Carolina as a concept or what?
Yeah, they're different businesses. So these are local commercials that would air regionally in North Carolina that people
And
might
Steve,
remember growing up.
Steve, we're trying to do it for every state. Every state, they have the state bird, they have the state whatever. We want to find the state jingle of every state. And so that's what we're trying to determine here.
And so these are the two. And Steve, you're a songwriter. I feel like you're qualified to judge which one should win. So here are the two.
Glamorama, your prestige cleaner. 3 hour service to make your shirt clean. 1 hour cleaning to make your clothes clean. Glamorama.
Okay, that's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I know. It's pretty good.
What are all the lyrics? I couldn't. There's something about 3 hours, but
Yes,
something I don't
3
know.
hour clean, self-service.
Self-service.
This one is
Self-service.
Something like
I don't
that.
want to do it myself.
Maybe it's I don't know the lyrics, but this next one comes from a different era. It's from the 80s, and it's advertising a local CBS station.
All right.
The best belong together. You and WBTV. All the best on Channel 3. The best belong together. You and WBTV. The best belong together on Channel 3.
All right. There's the two jingles that are the top contenders. So what are you thinking?
Well, heavy hangs the head that wears the Comfort King crown. I will say that the second one with the 80s vibe to it sounds like 200 different industrial shows that I've gotten bootleg tapes of that are usually not top tier material, but I wade through just to check.
Right.
So I appreciate it. And part of me does respond to the fact that no one in the year 2025 should be hearing or seeing that. But I have to give the nod to the Glamorama. That's just
wow.
That's a gem visually, conceptually. I would probably listen to that 20 times in a row.
Yes, yeah, and it goes on longer. So yeah,
and seeing them side to side like that, yeah, it goes on forever.
Okay, I may need the full 5.
Yeah, I'll send you that full version.
All right.
And it's part of an industrial video for franchise owners, by the way.
And I think there's a Glamorama that still exists. There's one.
There
left,
is. There's
I
one in
think.
Raleigh.
Yep.
And our viewer, who's also a doctor, Judah, always makes a state flag. He made 2 because it was so down to the wire. But I'm going to play the winning one. I'll show it here. There's your prestige cleaner, Glamorama, and that, of course, fills up our state flag here, or I guess is our U.S. flag. You'll see that we're pretty close. It's actually, the map is filling up quite a bit. Yeah, there it is. So.
Oh, you've gotten pretty far with this project.
Yeah.
This indicates winning jingles have been selected for all these states.
Yeah, including we got the Alaska, Hawaii, and we're getting close. It's filling up. Just for laughs, here's what WBTV would have looked like. So.
Oh yeah, that's like the losing team Super Bowl T-shirt that gets sent to Africa.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly where that will go. So yeah, I think you picked a good winner. You probably made some powerful enemies in our audience, but I think you made the right call.
I'm
Yeah.
used to that.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Just a couple of quick announcements. What do we got?
We got the Clownathon coming up. We're gonna watch clown videos all day long on Twitch on Friday the 13th, June 13th. It's a few weeks away. We can get mentally prepared for this, but and then we're gonna ask for donations during it. We're gonna pay. We're gonna do a charity. I don't know which charity we're gonna do yet, but yeah, it's gonna be a charity event, and we're going to subject ourselves to clowns all day. So yeah.
And if you are a patron at patreon.com/foundfootagefestival at the $10 level, you get our bonus show every week. And we've been watching a children's movie called Cool Cat. Last week, we started watching Cool Cat versus Dirty Dog about COVID and handled with all the delicacy that subject should be handled with. And we couldn't get enough. So one more week, Cool Cat and Dirty Dog.
Dick, I hate to say it. I think we got 2 more weeks.
Oh, boy.
Well, because we haven't even gotten into the bloopers tape yet.
Well, maybe we can take a break and come back to the bloopers tape. That's my.
But if we walk away, we're never going to come back.
Yeah,
we're never going to want to come back. We'll see what patrons want. If they want one more week, then we'll do it. But I'm telling you, there's a blooper tape.
All right,
and I saw some of the bloopers, and it's basically just the raw footage.
We also have our streaming service, Rewindo, where I just uploaded. If you've seen our live show before, we often open it with a hypnotist's raw footage of the audience load in to the song they would play every night, Hotel California. We can't post this on YouTube because the Eagles are very litigious.
Right, and so are hypnotists.
And hypnotists as well, yeah. And
don't mess with them.
So, yeah, we can't mess. But hidden behind that paywall on our streaming network, we got from the editor and creator of it, he gave us the Extra Sauce edition, which has bonus footage in it.
Oh.
That is up live now on rewindo.tv. Check
I
that
recall
out.
that footage very fondly. I've been to a couple of your shows and marveled at that one.
That one's great.
Next week, we have cartoonist and writer Robin Bougie on. He does Cinema Sewer. He's a big filth man. It's going to be an all filth episode.
Oh, no.
I've been saving up filth. And
I think I'm coming down with something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Might have to miss that one.
Be sick next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
going to be a filthy one next week. And also,
All right.
I'm going to announce whether Diane Thomas, our new favorite crafting guru, she made a video about Dutch ovens. She made it about a lot of crafts. Nick and I met her, and we show our interview in our new Volume 11 show. But I do ask her at one point if she's familiar with the other connotation of Dutch ovens. When she was making us an actual cake in a Dutch oven, and I asked her if she knew the other connotation of Dutch oven. That answer will be on next week's show.
Oh, don't go anywhere, folks.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm
Guys
not
gotta
giving it
leave
away.
wanting more, yep.
Exactly. You will have your answer next week.
The Netherlands. Oh my God.
Steve, what a delight. Thank you for coming on the show. And we're excited about your new ventures, your new live shows. You're touring with a short film now called The Daykeeper.
The Daykeeper, that's a current short film that's got a few more film festivals coming up. I'm acting now more, and sometimes I write and act in short films, and then people see me at a film festival and say, "Oh, do you want to act in our upcoming film?" So I have another one that I didn't write that's going to be coming out over the summer on the festival circuit, so not available right away. But yes, I seem to keep sliding into the acting more and more, which is interesting. I get to play a hitman.
Ooh, fun role. There you go.
Yeah. I liked you as the lighthouse keeper. The premise of The Daykeeper is it's a lighthouse keeper, but it's during the day, right? So
right. It's a fake documentary,
okay,
if you will, mockumentary, in which it follows me as this lighthouse keeper on Cape Cod, who's very proud of the tradition and all that. But since I only have the day shift, when you can't tell whether the light's even on, I'm seething with defensiveness and resentment. And at some level, I know my job is complete bullshit, but I can't face that.
You're still too proud to admit.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Good stuff. Young World on YouTube.
YouTube. I'm putting up a lot of music and videos, and keeping the anarchic Letterman spirit alive. Like I was saying, I can definitely imagine. All right, let's go back to Grand Central and see what's stuck on the escalator now. What do we got, Pat?
Yeah,
Dave,
exactly.
Dave,
yeah.
we got a carrot that's sort of bothering a potato.
Oh, he would have loved that thing where the cucumber went in like around the toilet paper roll. I mean, that would have been replayed and
slow motion.
Bit.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Dave's off the air. He's got other ventures, but we missed the show. And thank you for being on and reminiscing. Life goes on, of course. And I wanted to get out with a song that we played on our last Saturday morning cartoon episode that has been stuck in my head. And the video, not everybody watches our cartoon show, so I thought we'd go out on a British show called Whizbit. But until next week, we'll see you down the road to Clowndom, everybody.
That's all. That's it. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Continued success, everyone.
Steve, you got a catchphrase?
Phoebe Weeby.
Perfect.
And my carrot's got its color back.
And all is right with the world, Willie. All is well.
The whole world sitting on a rainbow, deep bright, sun bright, one smile makes the rain go. Whole world sitting on a rainbow, it's something else, he's got a magic melody.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
An 8.
Mine not there for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio. Continued success.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell!
Hasta la vista, baby. And I got that from Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor from California.
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
Chucky, better luck next time.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.